she goes upstairs. She heads into the main room, and she gets out a piece of parchment, and she draws a layout of what the mayor's house looks like. So bear in mind, you're going to be loading in.
Ooh. Oh, Nelly.
Oh dear.
Oh God, stuff's
There's no trees of green.
No roses too.
There's nothing at
Oh
all.
God.
There's nothing blue.
For me and you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
has everyone loaded in?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, she draws this very hastily.
Okay.
She.
I mean, this is very fucking detailed, very hastily.
She this is more detailed than is probably on the map. So she says, in here,
Look
this
top
is where
down.
you come in, the
Yep.
main lobby.
Yep.
2 staircases upstairs. On the downstairs, there's the guards' quarters, where there's always at least 1 guard sleeping. There'll be a couple guards always stationed at the front.
Okay.
There's a small room for making food here. There's the
kitchen.
Yeah, some people call it that, she says. She goes, this is the prayer room where he has been quite dedicated to the gods, praying for
Hey,
his brother
Patrick.
in the afterlife.
Who-
Brother in afterlife.
What God is the mayor's God?
He is the god of. Let me make sure I get this correct, because
Is
I
he
don't want to lie to you.
Is he human? I can't remember.
He's human. His god is god of trade and wealth. It's also god of. Hold on. Is a lawful good god.
What's the name of the god? Sorry.
It is called deity. Not that one. Sorry, but this list of deities is absolutely huge. It is. We'll say it's Ilmater, god of endurance, life.
I bet his wife loves him. No? Nothing? Okay.
Your joke falls on deaf ears.
My name is Mr. West.
I got it. I'm just thinking oh.
What's this random black bit over it?
It's back.
What? Sorry.
It was tiles. There's nothing in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so she says upstairs. This used to just be it didn't used to be a place where people slept and stuff, but the mayor moved his bed in here, so he changed one of the meeting rooms into his study and the old archive into his study and one of the meeting rooms into his bedroom. And now he just holds meetings in the main hall whenever he needs to.
Main hall? Who usually attends the meetings?
It depends what the meeting's on, she says. If it's a meeting about tradesmen. If it's a meeting
What about town
farms.
council?
Town council, there's the head of the city guard. There's him.
Oh, yeah, he's a bit of a knob.
Who?
Head of the city guard.
And she laughs and goes, of course you'd think that. And
I'm gonna get a sideways glance and go like, what the fuck is going on here?
and then she goes, several high members of the trade, and there are a couple members of the Seeker Alliance.
The
And
what?
there's a Seeker Alliance. It's not. It's fairly common knowledge that the Seekers, a group of
They
scholars,
chase
alchemists.
little golden balls.
No, alchemists, scholars, wizards. They are always in the pursuit of knowledge. They want to
Okay. I
understand the world.
understand it now.
And there's also a couple members of the People's Will, which is also quite common knowledge. In this town, it's got not a large presence. It's more down south, down east. They're about control, authority control, willing to sacrifice things for the greater good to solve things. You know,
For the greater good.
for the greater good. You do know that even though a lot of people have issues with it, through the use of magical slavery of lesser races, they describe it, they have managed to successfully hold off the undying attacks from the entire realm of the living at the moment.
What races?
Rat men, bird men called kobolds.
Yeah, that's fine.
There's some lizard men, not the dragonborn lizard men, which are different.
I had a friend that was an alligator.
Uh,
Wonder how he...
Alligatorian. Actually, you got the alligatorians are not some of the subjugated race.
I am surprised. He was an idiot.
Anyways, yeah. Okay, and she goes, okay, we have two options in my mind.
Okay.
Feel free to pipe up.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
We're listening.
Either we... She goes to three options, actually. Either we stealth in and search whilst we can.
I just want to stop here. This is out of the question with at least two of our party.
Patrick.
She goes, okay. Second option.
Well, we
We
don't
get-
all need to go in and stealth.
She goes, yes. Second option. Me and several of the less stealthier members, possibly you, Patron, use your connection. We call the mayor to distract him whilst the other members stealth in.
Mm-hmm.
Or, third option, we talk to...
Me, go away. You look at me,
I've got-
Apple.
We talk to one of my
Child.
documentarians, one of the clerics, not the religious kind. We get the proper paperwork written up for a warrant, and then at least we can search his house for a short period of time, unencumbered.
Do you have any clerics that you really, really, really trust?
She goes, my sister's a cleric. I trust her.
In.
But how does the law of this town work in terms of getting evidence by breaking, technically speaking?
It's not breaking if it's under a warrant.
No, I know, but I mean, like, say if we didn't go for the warrant and we did manage to get all the way to the study or whatever, I'm guessing that's where most of the interesting stuff will be found.
Right, I'm just going to say that as per the plans, there is at least one guard always asleep and two stationed at the fucking front.
Yeah.
She does say we would need to cause a distraction to stealth in.
And I'm not taking the half alt with me.
We should call him a meeting.
She goes. In answer to your question, Adran, if we may get the evidence, I'm sure that I can convince other high-ranking members of the council that he needs to be ousted.
Okay. How long would it take to get the warrant?
She says, I could push it through today.
I'm in for that. I don't know about anybody else. I mean, even if you say no, I'll just make you say yeah. So,
What's it on the grounds of again?
Well, we can just say it's a routine search. We've heard the bandit leader's been sending messages to people. We just want to check through his letters, just check through the house, see what's going on.
I say we don't do that. I say that we mix the two plans together. We get a warrant and then draw the mayor away, so he doesn't have a chance to hide anything in his place. So he won't have to know about the warrant. But the guards will.
This
'Cause
man knows a
that's
lot
how we
of
get-
people. He might know the people that's getting the warrant.
that's why I asked if there's any clerics that she trusts.
And then she goes, yes, my sister, as I said.
So
Typical Dragonborn not listening.
By the way, just so you guys know, this map, these stairs here are just supposed to represent where those stairs head
Yeah,
up
yeah.
to on this map. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We'll work that one out.
So this is the second floor,
Upstairs.
effectively. Yeah.
I'm interested about the prayer room. To be quite honest with you,
Why?
She goes,
I don't know.
So
It
is
seems
Patchen,
weird.
but you don't hear him ranting about it.
ever since the huge loss our town's taken, a lot of the city guard and the mayor have put a lot of their time into faith. It helps them get by.
What did his brother look like?
His brother, not like him. He was taller by at least 2 heads and much more muscular. What do you ask?
Could he punch like a motherfucker?
He goes. She goes. He usually went round by horseback. He was a proper knight of the realm. Lance and shield is usually what he went by.
Just collating. Don't worry about it.
No, he's not bros with a bandit leader.
I'm just trying to think, like, if
Mr.
that's
Conspiracy Theorist shut me down without hearing evidence.
No, it's a good line of inquiry. I'll give you that.
I'm thinking about how he was passing and receiving messages to and from the bandit leader. Like, I'm trying, if that's the only way
Through
in.
prayer.
I wish. I'm wondering if there's like
Ask
maybe
Patron about that.
there's
Sorry.
maybe a separate way in, another way in, not just that one that we just don't know about. Oh, something's to be loaded in.
Yeah, loading some characters in. Whilst this conversation is going on, might as well get everything ready.
We would knock on the door.
That's true.
Are there any original blueprints?
She goes, not that I know of.
Could you have a look?
I can certainly get my sister to look. Whilst she writes up the warrant.
Just a thought.
Him.
I go back to what I said a bit earlier. I think we should go with like a bit of column A, a bit of column B. Get the warrant sort of like as a backup to get us past the guard, so we don't have to be,
Yeah, but then we have to explain why we're trying to sneak past him in the first place when we got a warrant.
We can go and speak to him. I know him. He knows me.
I know him. He knows me.
We could use Patron.
HIV.
we could use Patron to sort of like get him out of the residence, and then we can just like stroll in with the warrant. Then really, and he won't try and like destroy any evidence against him.
As much as I don't like the big dragon idiot, I kind of want him with us. After having heard him slap down Samson in one hit.
Well.
You just shout, "You cool, mate." You shout on top of your lungs. I hear you. I could say
You said that last time, and then you hid in a fucking cart.
What? That didn't happen. How does your god feel about lying?
Yes, please do tell me how your god feels about lying.
Never lied.
Yes, you did.
You just didn't stick to my plan.
You didn't stick to. Oh, okay.
Fine, whatever. Anyway, I'm willing to do whatever everybody else wants to do.
Samson and Patron have been rather quiet for most of this. Yeah.
Because Patron's used all his talk in this session.
Yeah, we actually have an opinion for once.
That's a good idea actually. I was just thinking about an alternative for that. But yeah, Patron could go into the prayer room with him.
I could do it, distract him.
Sabrina says, "Okay, we've got different ideas. Let's take a vote on it."
For sure.
I want to abstain from the vote because I'm alright with doing whatever.
She goes, "Alright." That makes it an even number, so we might be fucked.
I'll cast the deciding vote in that case.
What does she think we should do?
She says, "I think," and she goes, "we can trust my sister. I personally like the idea of the warrant. I can certainly see the argument for the other way, though." She does say.
I would like the warrant is for the cover, the legal cover of it, so we don't have any sort of backlash afterwards.
I'll probably get in there without the warrant.
That is true.
She goes,
knock on his door and say hello.
She does go, "That is a good idea. Either way, that would be a good idea. If you keep the mayor distracted whilst we're searching, either way,
hang on a minute.
That would be a good idea."
Okay.
Okay.
Bad boy's crying.
Bad boy. Yeah,
So Bad boy Jimmy is going over and
Sorted you out.
we can.
We can still vote while he isn't here.
Yeah, that's true. She says, I'm fine with either plan, but I'm erring on the side of, now that he's mentioned it, Patron distracting him whilst we. If Patron distracts the mayor, I'll distract the guards. The rest of you are.
How exactly are you going to do that?
He's a woman.
I can cook. She punches you in the arm. She says, I can distract them with paperwork.
Two very different veins of thought.
There are two types of people in this world.
Rhys is the worst one.
The overly religious and the actual doers. Schemers.
She goes, if we do sneak in, we'll have to make sure all the guards are distracted.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay. I think the vote is on Jim, but I think it's already been. There's 3 people voting one way already.
It's the warrant.
Getting the warrant. Having Patrin go in, distract the mayor. Having Sabrina go in, distract the guards, and then have you guys sneak in once everyone's out the way, and using the warrant as cover. And if you ever get spotted, you can go, "We've got a warrant," kind of thing.
I will just say, Jim, you missed the greatest piece of sexism I think I've ever heard out of Rhys's mouth.
What did he say?
Sabrina said that I will distract the. If Patron, you distract the mayor, I'll distract the guards. And she went, and I think Jazz asked, "How will you distract them?" And
no, I did, but
went,
okay.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. And Rhys went, "She's a woman." To which she punched him and said, "I'll come up with something clerical or some kind of nonsense. I'll be able to
start
distract him."
taking clothes off.
Is that in character?
Was that in character?
No, that's what Rhys meant.
Oh, right, okay.
Think carefully, Jim.
She goes, "Okay. The sooner we do this, the better. If they're in cahoots, then I'm sure you'll find out eventually that the bandit leader is no more."
Yep.
I'll send a message to the sister, get the warrant underway. It should take a couple of hours, then we can get moving.
We're reconvening here afterwards.
She says it's probably best if you wait here in private. I'll go get the warrant and come and move together. The less time you're seen in town, the better.
Sure.
Okay. She stands up from the table and leaves. And before she leaves, she says, "Oh, feel free to order anything on the mayor's account, seeing as he's probably going to be ousted by the end of the day." And leaves.
Tiefling,
wait.
Can we get 4 days one specials?
Yeah, you can. The chefs come in, and serve you food, and they're more than happy to charge it to the mayor again. Sabrina obviously said that it was okay to do it. After several hours, Sabrina comes back in and says, "Okay, time to roll."
Everyone's passed out. True.
I mean, I've had a skinful, don't get me wrong.
Let's go say hello.
Okay. So she says, "We'll."
Oh, this is happening now.
Yeah. She says, "Okay. Me and Patron will enter. Patron, if you fall back on my deception,
I'll leave Logan
speak when
outside somewhere."
Probably a good idea, she says. "If you 3 hide, I'll create a signal somehow." And then she looks around. She goes, "If you see me leave the house and just wave my arms, know the place is clear."
Okay.
She goes, "Okay."
Completely inconspicuous.
She goes, "Do you have an easier way for me to contact you?"
No comment, Your Honour.
Oh, possibly.
She goes, "Yes."
Could use Robin if you wanted to.
Sorry?
Have we got that special paper?
Could you use Robin? Oh, there is a special paper as well.
She got special paper.
Stuff we robbed from the camp.
No,
So
we didn't rob.
I'm speaking. I'm speaking in character as her, by the way. So, as you go, you explain the paper to her. Is that what's happening?
Magical paper. The book, the magical paper.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the bandit leader wrote down.
She goes, that worked very well. And she goes, so I write in this, and then you'll know immediately when it's clear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go, okay, perfect. That's perfect. Okay, she says, okay, is everyone ready to roll?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, you're hiding in some bushes or some scenery around the house, or are you just gonna stand on the street, or what's your plan? Where are you gonna hide?
I'm just gonna mill about by a light. I presume they don't have lampposts.
I'm gonna
Gas
go
powered light.
in the bush.
I'm in a bush.
Okay, so you're just scattered around,
Yep.
separate from each other, just hiding kind of in plain sight.
Mhm.
You and Sabrina walk up to the front door, which I didn't mark, but is surprisingly a mimic of this door here.
Yeah, won't surprise me.
And you hear, so you hear a knock on the door quite loudly. Bong, bong, bong. And then, yeah, there we go.
That's sound effect.
Man,
we got there eventually.
Oh, freaks out by spawning inside a tile.
Okay.
Enters the door.
Hello?
He goes, Sabrina,
Yeah. Calm down. No one there.
you here to speak with the man? What are you doing? And she says, I've got Sir Patron Drashtandinian here with me. He kind of wanted to say goodbye before he left town.
Yeah.
Could you get the mayor for us? And we'll say goodbye before he leaves. And he goes, oh yes, certainly. I'm just spawning some people around
In the ground.
in the ground.
Uh,
These
so-
tiles are apparently weird.
Don't
Going
forget.
underground.
Don't forget, Patron. You have to get him into the prayer room.
Okay, so he goes in, and Sabrina walks in, and so, I'm guessing you follow suit.
Yeah.
He goes off upstairs and goes to talk to. You can hear some muttering, and the mayor comes down
Hello?
and goes, Sir Drashtandinian. He walks with this guy in blue, and he says, you wanted to say goodbye before you left?
Yeah.
He goes, how pleasant. Well, it's good to see you. Let's just talk before you leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So he
This is
just.
the most boring conversation.
Got a nice grub about.
What did you say? Sorry.
Got a nice grub about.
He goes, oh yes.
Sake.
He goes, Stephen, go get him some of our food. And this guy goes, oh yes.
Oh wow.
And this guard goes off to his
Hello?
door. You don't see where he goes after that, but you can kind of assume from what she's told you that he's probably providing the goes, well, did you have anything to discuss, or were you just here to say goodbye?
Yeah, I just came to pop my head in, say goodbye before we left.
He goes,
Say a prayer together or something.
Better.
go pray together. I do always find my mind clears when I pray. He goes, yes, okay. Let's go for this. He goes, let's go pray together. And he goes, follow me.
Now kiss.
This is nice.
Okay.
Okay.
So, if you say that he does, if you say that he says yes, I did. When my brother died, I did make sure to invest heavily in the spiritual side of the
Church of Wealth.
church. This guy actually does come in with you and just stand in the corner waiting for you.
Idol worship.
Sure.
You don't hear what happens past this point, but at some point you see these guys are missing. You don't hear it either, Rhys.
Mhm.
And then you see in your note written, it's clear.
Is that a threesome going on?
Fucking would you behave?
I'm not doing it anymore.
There's a doors
Okay.
back here. So.
Yeah. Okay, so you walk in.
Okay, so according to the blueprints, then we should probably go up the stairs then to get to the study and the bedroom.
I'm good with that.
Where do you guys want to go first?
I'm not going with him.
Me?
Yes, you.
Why?
You're useless.
I'll go with it then.
Okay.
Okay. So you
Well-
split up, go upstairs. You put yourself on a second.
What an arsehole.
Just say it in my character traits. Put arsehole.
I wouldn't worry about it. He's always like that, isn't he?
Let's go to study then.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go
So
study.
you two go this way. You two, you go this way,
Okay.
and you enter. You don't even have to roll stealth checks. Everyone's pretty well distracted, and the walls are incredibly thick. I did deliberately make it so these didn't have walls. All the spaces are supposed to represent very thick walls, which aren't, which are internal.
Okay.
So it's not hard to sneak around.
What are
Yeah.
these doing here then?
What?
Distraction.
Are
Keeping them
they
busy.
just talking? What are they doing?
Yeah,
It's good you bring that up. Patron.
Yeah?
The mayor, after a while of being silent in prayer, says to you, do you mind if I ask you a more personal question? Why do you go by Drashtardinian? I know your parents who took you in. They go by Pavel, Lord and Lady.
Keep the
you mind-
chose my best family.
Do you not consider that an insult to the family who took you in? Gave you your wealth?
I hope they understand.
Yes. I understand about keeping tradition of the family.
They seem to be
And
fine
he goes,
spoken about it.
yeah. He goes, okay. And he goes quiet again, back to prayer. Back to you guys up here.
Righto.
Sorry, out of character. Holy shit!